Transportation. The prehistoric Nordic people used this form of transportation to make them faster when they went on hunts actually, as well as a good means of transportation. The first actual evidence of skiing was a 85-centimeter piece of wood in the shape of a ski that was found in a bog in Haninge, Sweden. Since
How
then,
has skiing changed over the years? How has it
well,
changed?
since then, the equipment has greatly changed. The skis, as I said, used to be made of wood. Now they are made of plexiglass as well as fiberglass. And the bindings of that time were mostly made of leather straps, which the skier would just slide their feet in. Now, the bindings in which we use today in modern skiing are more of a stronger piece of equipment, and it enables the skier to have more control of the skis.
Now, the binding, is that the thing you like step into?
The binding is the part of the ski that is attached to the ski, and you clip your boot into the ski so the skis do not fall off.
Just making sure.
The new types of bindings are thanks to a man named Sondre Norham, which is referred to as the father of modern skiing. He actually was the originator of using skiing as a sport instead of just as a means of transportation. Since then, skiing has taken it up one more level. A traditional type of skiing is called Nordic skiing or cross country, which is just a long distance event in which they travel for long distances and on more sleeker, skinnier pieces of skis. Now, the more popular type of skiing is alpine. Alpine is more of a downhill, fast adventure type of skiing in which slalom as well as downhill speed races are part of. Now, new type of skiing, which is it's not very much used here in the States, but it's a type of skiing which is called dry skiing. It's used where not much snow is falling in some places, and what it is it's basically a slope which is made of artificial snow or just a smooth surface in which the skiers go over. And that skiing has changed since the modern day when they only used one pole. Now, modern skiing we use two, which is a great change. Any questions about that, or you get all that?
No, I got all of it. How old would you say it was again?
Actually, it was founded by the prehistoric Nordic people, believed to be near the 2500 BC.
Okay. All right. That's all the questions I have.
Okay. Well, now we'll go to Tanner Wendell with his segment about football.
Thank you, Derek. Alright, we're going to start talking about football. It started in the 1800s. It was brought over from England, and it actually originated from ancient Greece, where it was called harpetson, and they evolved over the years into football as we know it today. It was started over here by some players at Princeton who started a rugby type game, and it evolved into football. The rules changed from game to game back in those days. Like, when you showed up to the game, teams met and the referees met, and they decided, oh, we're going to have this rule today.
Really?
Yeah, from game to game. That's how it happened. Until, in 1905, the government had to come down because there was a lot of serious injuries and deaths in football.
Deaths? Really?
Yes, there's some deaths. So they had to come in and change it. And the NCAA was created, which is National Collegiate Athletic Association.
So that stopped them making up rules.
Yeah, they set a standardized set of rules that every team had to follow at every game. Yeah, it was more organized. Then it came on in 1920, we had the first professional organization to try to standardize rules, which was the NFL, which we call it today, National Football League. In 1939, we had the first televised game, and it was really good for the sport. TV changed it so much.
Was that a college game or a NFL
The
game?
college game was actually in September, and then in October the first professional game was actually televised. This changed the sport so much because now that if you wanted to follow your team and you lived in New York and it was in North Carolina, you could follow your team because they were on TV. And so it was less of a local sport, and you actually could follow your team. That was probably the biggest change besides the equipment. The equipment went from being like just a leather hat or something as a helmet into like these new space age materials they have and composite stuff and concussion proof.
Yes.
But players are still going to get hurt, even though like this concussion proof, but people still get concussions. But it's a contact sport. So you
The
can't
helmets
really
are
change
death proof, right?
Yeah, you can't really change that. The players have also changed over the years, like with steroids coming in. You know, players gotten bigger, and if they wanted to cheat like that, that's what they were their
That's
decision.
ridiculous.
But one guy who was really good and pioneered football was Walter Camp, and he actually played and then coached at Yale. He was the first football coach at Yale. And then he was actually the chairman of rules at NCAA.
Oh, really?
He's credited with making up the line of scrimmage and the quarterback position.
Really?
Yes.
Very interesting.
And I believe that's all I have
Is it
on
now?
football.
Well,
Yes.
I guess after Tanner's informational
I
brought
have
up.
one more thing.
Oh,
We brought, TV actually brought football from 100 people at its first game in 1892 to 144 million
really?
in Super Bowl 38 in
That's
2004.
very interesting.
Yes.
That's a,
What is that? Oh, I've just been informed that Mr. Blaylock has broke a world record for the most blinks in one single phone call. Let's go to our field reporter, Cory, for this matter.